5 tips that will help new CDL truck drivers stay out of trouble. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notified anytime I post a new video. The first thing, you need to pay attention to your gauges. Let me show you what I mean by that. Alright guys, keeping an eye on your gauges is really crucial, okay? Let's say for example, you're going up a hill, okay? If you're going up a hill for around let's say up for about 2 to 5 minutes, you're probably gonna get overheated depending on the brain, the brain of the truck. So sometimes you could get overheated. That's why you need to keep eye on your water temperature gauge, because if it start going really up almost to the red zone, as you can see right there, you might consider to slow down before you get overheated. Once you start, once you're going up the hill, it's best to turn off your AC. Okay, if you turn off the AC, you might have a higher chance to make it up the hill without getting overheated. Once you pass the 200, okay, you're getting closer to the red zone. That's a sign you're probably gonna get overheated. So one of the best way to prevent that from happening is if you have your AC on, you could just turn it off. This will help you. And then if you were really struggling to go up the hill, you could slightly put your foot off the gas pedal just a little, but while you're still going up, but not exaggerating with the gas pedal. That way the gauge could move just a little from the red zone so you don't get overheated. Okay, and with the air gauges, okay, for the trailer, actually there's two gauges on this one. Okay, you probably won't be able to say there's a white one, there's a blue one. The blue one is for the trailer, and then the white one, the color white, is for the truck. Okay, if you see you're losing air, the best thing to do while you're driving, if you see you're losing air, it dropped from 100, is going to the red zone down below, almost from the 50. As long as you see it's going down, the minute you see it's going down, the best thing to do is get off the road. Okay, is get off the road and then get to a safety spot on the side of the road and then stop there, because you're about to lose brake. So don't let that happen to you. For the new truck drivers out there, all the gauges are really important. They indicate what's going on with the truck, so you should pay attention to them. Okay, this is for the gas, this is the fuel. I mean, those are self-explanatory. You can see, as you can see, but those are the two most important ones to always keep eye on. I mean, all of them are important, but those two are really crucial. Okay, they're really crucial. You should always keep eye on those two. The second tip is you need to frequently keep an eye on the back of the trailer. Have you ever seen drivers driving it ahead of you, but for some reason you've seen the trailer is driving on the tracking lane, and then sometimes they'll be driving on the side of the road, and then after that, when they realize they just swing and fix their back, it's because they don't really pay attention to the back of the trailer. Because you have to remember, you have two equipments combined together, okay, coupling together. You have the tractor and the trailer. The trailer itself sometimes could be moving on the wrong side of the road. That's why you need to pay attention to the back of the trailer. Keeping an eye on the back of the trailer is keep on looking at your rearview mirror to make sure everything is aligned properly. This will help you. This will help you stay out of trouble, because sometimes you could just you don't realize it, and then the back of the trailer could be so close to a car, and then you just probably end up scratching it. So it's best to make it something it's like a second nature of you to keep on looking up when you're driving with your to keep on looking on your rearview mirror to make sure everything is aligned properly and you're driving straight on your lane, and you stay out of trouble. Okay, and we got the third tip. The third tip is keep eye on the mile mark on the side of the road. The mile mark, I'm gonna put a screenshot on the screen. The mile mark is just like when you're driving on the interstate and you see those signs that says like you about like 148 miles, and then you're like later ahead you see another one says like 149 or 150. Those mile marks help you, identify exactly where you at. Let's say, for example, you break down and then you call in your dispatcher and then let them know about, hey, I just broke down over the road right now, I need assistance. They will be asking you what's the interstate you're driving, where you're going, what's the last mile mark you saw. So I'm not telling you to just keep on looking every single mile mark you see over the road, but it's also a good thing to, to try. It's also a good thing to try, like, not to ignore those mile marks, because they will help you identify your location once like things going south. Once, like, if for example you break over the road, you break down, this will help you identify the exact location of where you are. So it's really important. You have to keep that in mind as well. So we got the fourth thing. The fourth tips is, don't really look when you're driving. Okay, you over the road, you're driving into the interstate. Like, it's good to look like between like 1,000 feet or 5,000 feet ahead of you. Okay, you have to keep eye, on your surrounding. Okay, make sure to keep eye on, like I said, to keep eye on your rearview mirror. Keep a safe distance, but most importantly, you have to look way further than that. Meaning you have to exercise your vision. Don't just like look things to a close range type of, if that makes sense. You have to also keep on looking things that way far ahead of you. That way, just in case if something seems on like not too clear ahead of you, you will have enough time to switch lane or slow down without like getting like caught in like the thing by surprise and end up doing some dumb move. Let's say, for example, most of the time you're gonna see those type of situations where a lot of cops gonna be stopping trucks or like cars. They're gonna be really close to the lane, to the white lane. Okay, so they're gonna be really like stopping on the side of the road or like by the white lane. If you don't look far ahead enough, you won't be able to see it like on time. Sometimes you have to look far ahead. You have to always do that. Look far ahead enough so you could see that, and then switch lane safely. That way you can avoid yourself being slowed down too much when you get close to those vehicles. So you don't want to put yourself into a situation once you like to get surprised by the hazard that's on the road. So this is really crucial. And the last tip is, use a phone holder. Okay, you cannot be driving this high profile vehicle and from almost the whole 48 states, they don't really accept truck drivers to be holding their phone. You could just like use the phone holder, and then to carry your phone, to hold your phone, you don't have to carry on your hands, because if the cops see you like using your phone, they won't even care what you're doing, or if you were trying to like put it somewhere, they're just gonna admitting you were just like texting while you're driving a commercial vehicle, and then this is gonna be bad for you. Just buy a phone holder while you're driving, and then this will help you stay out of trouble. Okay, now that's it for today's video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and drop a comment below and let me know what you're having issues about. My next video probably will be about the ELD device, some tips on how to properly use it, how to stay out of trouble, because sometimes like if you don't know exactly the meaning of your hours, you could definitely commit a violation. And so I think my next video will be about how to properly plan your trip, so you could stay out you could stay out of trouble, so you could know exactly where to stop, use your hours properly, so you don't end up committing a violation. And yeah, so let me know in the comment section below what you want to see next, and I will see you in the next one.